Like his predecessor, Justice Souter comes to the court with a distinguished record of judicial service, and I'm grateful that many of the fine judges with whom he has served are able to be with us today. During the recent hearings, Justice Souter clearly demonstrated the superb education, training, and experience that grace his record. But even more important, he once again demonstrated his lifelong devotion to principle, a simple, straightforward, and enduring principle, a principle quite familiar to Justice James Wilson and the other framers of the Constitution. And the principle is this: the role assigned to judges in our system is to interpret the Constitution and lesser laws and not to make them. And on this issue of principle, I also want to thank the Judiciary Committee and the full Senate for the prompt and faithful exercise of their own constitutional responsibilities. Chairman Biden is with us, and Senator Thurmond and others, and we are grateful to you for your role in this procedure. Like many Americans, I was particularly moved by Justice Souter's opening comments at his hearings. The first lesson, he said, simple as it is that whatever court we're in, whatever we are doing, at the end of our task, some human being is going to be affected. Some human life is going to be changed by what we do. And he added, and so we had better use every power of our minds and our hearts and our beings to get those rulings right. Now, those are the sentiments of a very thoughtful and caring man. And just down the street, as the autumn twilight descends on Washington, an underground vault holds America's founding papers, the birth certificate of a nation. The paper is a deep yellow, but the writing is still strong and distinct. We, the people of the United States. The Constitution is not just a symbol, but a living idea, the world's greatest experiment in freedom and self-government. 4 handwritten pages that promise freedom and justice before the law. Unlike other nations, Americans cannot look to a common heritage of culture or blood. Americans come from every corner of the world, linked only by this: an idea, a nation that invented itself. In just a few moments, we will all bear solemn witness to the oath of office of America's newest Supreme Court Justice. And so let me conclude with Justice Souter's own description of the task ahead. It is the responsibility to join with 8 other people to make the promises of the Constitution a reality of our time and to preserve that Constitution for the generations that will follow us after we are gone from here. And now I would invite the Chief Justice, William Rehnquist, with the assistance of Aaron Rath, to administer the constitutional oath of office to Justice David Souter. And I also understand that Judge Souter would like Senator Redmond and Tom Rath to join us up here also. So, Mr. Chief Justice,
thank you,
you will take
President.
it, sir.
Would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, David Hackett Souter, do solemnly swear.
I, David Hackett Souter, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.